Well, Kenny, the last time we spoke, Airdrie probably hit rock bottom in terms of the season following the 1-0 defeat to Clyde, but since then it's been 5 points from 3 games. What do you think's behind the revival?
Well, I think certainly we we got a little bit of confidence back after the St Johnstone game. It would have been harsh for us to have lost that game, because I thought it was a much improved performance than I'd seen in the previous weeks. And getting the late equaliser through Stephen Maguire certainly was beneficial to us, because it stopped that little run of results that we've been having. And we built on that on the Morton game. I think we deserved, after an opening 20 minutes where they were probably the better side, we thoroughly deserved to win the game. And then the disappointment really of the Livingston game, because I felt that they were the better team first half, with an opportunity to go in front with Simon Lynch's penalty. That wasn't to be, but after going in front in the second half, we had a good 10-minute spell where I think we could possibly have made the game safe. But we got hit with an equaliser in the late stages of the game, which we could have dealt with better. Not just the one player, but with 4 or 5 players who could have did better in the lead up to the goal. So it was definitely a disappointing dressing room, and it felt like a defeat after Livingston. But as you say, it's 3 games, 5 points, and if we've probably got that return between now and the end of the season, it might well be enough to see us stay in the first division.
The gap to the playoff and the safety spots, 4 points. I mean, there really isn't much in it at all.
No, I think the thing we've got to do is forget about the teams who are in and around us. I think we've got to make sure that we win more games, and that's a big problem. Is the amount of games that we've won. We've only won 4 this season in the league, and there I think lies our problem. I don't think we put teams under enough pressure. Goals scored as well as a problem for us. I think that's not just the strikers. I think everybody, whether it's centre backs or midfield players, they've got to take responsibility, and even the delivery into the box, that can all help. So we've spoke about this, and the players know exactly what's required to get out of the bottom position and get in amongst the pack, because I think that will be important, that we forget about how Morton or Clyde got on Saturday. I think if we just look after ourselves and have teams looking over their shoulder at us, and let's see if we can get a run of results that can make it certainly a lot easier for us.
Normally at this stage of the season, teams who are in relegation trouble maybe look to try and take points from those around them at the bottom of the table, but you can't really say that with the first division, because it changes every single week, doesn't it?
No, I mean, if you ask every manager in the division, they'll tell you the same thing. It's St Johnstone playing Airdrie. It doesn't guarantee St Johnstone 3 points. The same, it doesn't guarantee Airdrie 3 points. I think it's every week. I'm never surprised at the results when I come in and see them, because I hear them. Because I think every team on their day are capable, and that's still the case. And I think every, like last year, I think Dundee and Hamilton opened up a gap at the top, and then Stirling Albion were a little bit detached at the bottom. I don't think that'll happen this year. I think there's going to be whoever team can maybe string 5 or 6 victories together will find themselves in a very strong position, but I'm not so sure that'll happen.
It's the Scottish Cup this weekend. Airdrie obviously entertaining Spartans in the 4th round. Just as things stand with the pitch, Kenny, what's the current situation in terms of the game going ahead?
Well, we've the last home game we had was against Morton, and the frost got into the park very quickly, that weekend, and we thought we'd have had plenty of time to put down the covers, but I think this cold snap took everybody by surprise, and the length of the time that the frost has been around, and the bad weather. It's not just the pitch, it's affected our training requirements and their training conditions that the lads are having to work under. But today we find ourselves a little bit milder, and I think if we get a frost-free Thursday night and Friday night, fingers crossed everything will be okay. We're desperate to get the game on, as I'm sure Spartans will be, because I can remember last year we had a similar problem where the weather kind of put paid to our plans to play against Kilmarnock, and we had to wait for a little while for that to come around. So certainly if we can have the game on Saturday and hope to go about our business properly, we can progress to the next round.
Mm-hmm. You coached with Edinburgh University in the East of Scotland League. Just what type of football do you expect from Spartans, and what kind of football's played at that level?
Well, it's certainly the good thing is in the Scottish Cup this year we've had like a little prelim with Cove Rangers. You know, we've had the underdog coming to play us at home. We managed to get through that one fine. But one thing the Spartans they'll have a lot of enthusiasm. I know their manager, Mickey Lawson, fairly well, and Sam Lynch, who've been there for a few years now, and they'll have them well primed in what is required to try and make it difficult for us. As I say, full of enthusiasm, and I think the fact is that they'll come here with no fear. So certainly all the pressure is on us, and we've got to safeguard against being complacent and being professional.